stop. Before you ignore that old 5-cent coin, take a closer look at the 1951 S Jefferson Nickel. At first glance, it may look like just another ordinary nickel, but collectors know this particular year and mint mark combination has become one of the most talked about coins in the United States. Before we continue, support our effort. Subscribe, like, and share so we can bring you more videos like this. The 1951 S Jefferson Nickel features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, one of America's most influential founding fathers. This design has appeared on the U.S. 5-cent coin since 1938 and remains one of the most recognizable coins in American currency. Look closely at the front of the coin. Jefferson is shown facing left. Above his portrait, you'll see the word Liberty, and next to it appears the date 1951. Just beside the date is a small mint mark, the letter S, indicating the coin was produced at the San Francisco Mint. On the left side of Jefferson's portrait, you'll notice the phrase, "In God We Trust," a familiar inscription found on many American coins. Now turn the coin over and look at the reverse. The reverse side displays Monticello, the historic home of Thomas Jefferson located in Virginia. Above the building, you'll see the inscription E Pluribus Unum. Beneath the building appears the name Monticello, followed by the denomination 5 cents and the words United States of America. This classic design has remained largely unchanged for decades and is a favorite among coin collectors. But what makes the 1951 S Jefferson Nickel particularly interesting is its relatively low mintage compared with many other nickels from the same era. During 1951, the United States Mint produced far fewer nickels at the San Francisco Mint than at other facilities. Because of this, the 1951 S coin quickly gained attention among collectors. Millions of these coins still entered circulation and were used in everyday transactions: grocery stores, vending machines, bus fares, and countless daily purchases. Over the decades, most of these coins experienced heavy wear. Jefferson's hair details became smooth. The steps of Monticello became faint or worn away. And the original mint shine gradually disappeared. This is why condition plays such an important role in collector value. When collectors examine a 1951 S Jefferson Nickel, they carefully study the details on the coin. On the obverse, they look at the sharpness of Jefferson's hair and the clarity of the lettering. On the reverse, they pay very close attention to the steps at the base of Monticello. If the steps are fully visible and clearly defined, the coin may be considered a full steps example, a feature that collectors highly value. Coins with full steps are much harder to find because even slight wear or weak strikes can erase these delicate lines. Collectors also examine the coin's surface for original mint luster. Coins that still display bright, reflective surfaces are far more desirable than those that appear dull or heavily worn. Another exciting aspect collectors search for is mint errors. Occasionally, small mistakes occurred during the minting process. These might include doubled letters, die cracks, or other unusual variations. Although rare, these varieties can make a coin far more interesting to collectors. One rule every collector should remember is simple but important. Never clean an old coin. Cleaning removes the original mint surface and can permanently reduce the coin's value. Coins that remain in their natural condition are almost always more desirable. What makes the 1951 S Jefferson Nickel fascinating is that it represents a coin many people once used every day without thinking twice about it. It passed through cash registers, vending machines, and pockets across America. Today, many of these coins sit quietly in jars, drawers, or old coin collections. Most people see just another nickel, but collectors see something very different. A coin with lower mintage, historical significance, and strong collector demand. And in rare high-grade condition with full detail, some examples of the 1951 S Jefferson Nickel have reached over $10,000 in collector markets. That's an incredible jump from a coin originally worth just 5 cents. So the next time you come across an old nickel, take a closer look, check the date, look for the mint mark, examine the details carefully. Because sometimes the coins people overlook the most turn out to be the ones collectors are searching for the most, and the next valuable discovery might already be waiting in your pocket. Stop. Before you spend that old nickel, take a moment to examine the 1952 D Jefferson Nickel. At first glance, it may look like just another ordinary 5-cent piece, but collectors know that certain examples from this year in mint are highly sought after, with some reaching surprising values. Before we continue, support our effort. Subscribe, like, and share so we can bring you more videos like this. The 1952 D Jefferson Nickel features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, facing left on the obverse side. Above his head, you'll see the word Liberty with the phrase, "In God We Trust," alongside the portrait. Below Jefferson is the date, 1952, and just beside it is the small D mint mark, indicating the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Now turn the coin over. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home. Above the building is the inscription E pluribus unum, and beneath it the words Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America appear in classic lettering. What makes the 1952 D Jefferson Nickel particularly interesting is its production numbers. While millions were produced, the Denver Mint's output that year was lower than other facilities, making well-preserved examples especially desirable. These nickels were used in everyday life: grocery stores, vending machines, transportation, and countless daily purchases. Over time, most show heavy wear. Jefferson's hair may appear smooth, and Monticello's steps can be faint or even nearly gone. Original mint luster is often lost, which makes finding a well-preserved example even more exciting. Collectors look for specific features. One key aspect is full steps on Monticello. Fully visible horizontal lines on the steps indicate a strong strike and are highly prized. Coins that retain this detail, along with sharp features on Jefferson's hair and face, command higher value. Another factor collectors watch for is minting errors. Occasionally, coins from 1952 D exhibit doubled lettering die cracks or off-center strikes. These rare varieties can significantly increase a coin's interest and value. A critical rule in coin collecting is never clean your coin. Cleaning can remove the original mint surface and drastically reduce its value. Coins in untouched, natural condition are far more desirable. The 1952 D Jefferson Nickel has quietly circulated through countless hands, passing through pockets, drawers, and coin jars. Most people never give it a second thought, yet collectors see its historical significance and rarity potential. In rare high-grade condition with strong detail and full steps, some examples of the 1952 D Jefferson Nickel have reached over $8,500 in collector markets. That's an incredible leap from a coin that was originally worth only 5 cents. So the next time you come across a nickel dated 1952 with a D mint mark, pause. Examine its details carefully: Jefferson's portrait, the clarity of the lettering, and Monticello's steps. Because sometimes the coins people overlook the most turn out to be the ones collectors are searching for the most, and the next valuable discovery might already be waiting in your pocket. Stop. Before you toss that old nickel into your change jar, take a moment to examine the 1954 S Jefferson Nickel. At first glance, it may look like just another ordinary 5-cent coin, but collectors know that coins from this year with the S mint mark hold both historical significance and strong collector interest. Some examples, when found in exceptional condition, have even reached astonishing values. Before we continue, support our effort. Subscribe, like, and share so we can bring you more videos like this. The 1954 S Jefferson Nickel features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, facing left on the obverse side. Above his head is the word liberty, and beside his portrait appears the phrase, "In God we trust." Below Jefferson, you'll see the date, 1954, and just next to it is the small S mint mark, indicating that this coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint, one of the most historic U.S. mint locations. Flip the coin over and you'll see the reverse, which showcases Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home. Above the building is the inscription, E pluribus unum, while below it appears Monticello 5 cents and United States of America in crisp classic lettering. The design itself is iconic, appearing on Jefferson nickels for decades, yet the 1954 S holds a unique place because of its mint origin and collector demand. What makes the 1954 S Jefferson Nickel particularly intriguing is its relatively low mintage compared with other nickels of the era. While millions were produced, many circulated heavily, resulting in worn details and lost luster. Coins in excellent condition, especially with sharp design details, are far rarer, making them highly desirable to collectors. These nickels were everyday coins, used in grocery stores, vending machines, buses, and countless other transactions across the United States. Over time, wear often smoothed out Jefferson's hair and flattened the steps of Monticello. Original mint shine often faded, making untouched high-grade examples all the more valuable. Collectors pay attention to several key details. One of the most important features is full steps on Monticello. On well-struck coins, all the horizontal lines on the steps are fully visible and sharply defined. This small detail can dramatically increase the coin's collector value. Another factor is minting errors. Occasionally, 1954 S nickels may show doubled lettering, die cracks, or off-center strikes. While these varieties are rare, they are highly sought after and can command significant premiums among collectors. A critical rule in coin collecting is simple but essential. Never clean a coin. Cleaning can remove the original mint surface, drastically reducing its value. Coins that remain in their natural untouched condition are always preferred. The 1954 S Jefferson Nickel has quietly passed through countless hands over decades. Most people see it as just a simple 5-cent coin. But collectors see history, rarity, and potential value hiding in plain sight. In rare high-grade condition, with strong detail and full steps, some examples of the 1954 S Jefferson Nickel have reached over $11,000 in collector markets. That's an extraordinary leap from a coin that was originally worth only 5 cents. So the next time you find a 1954 nickel with an S mint mark, pause and examine it carefully. Study Jefferson's hair, the clarity of the lettering, and Monticello's steps. Because sometimes the coins people overlook the most turn out to be the ones collectors are hunting for, and the next valuable discovery might already be sitting in your pocket. If you want, I can also expand this further to reach a full 6,000-character YouTube-ready script with more historical context, circulation story, and collector insights while keeping it natural and engaging. Do you want me to do that next?